No, no, doctor. Please tell me you're lying. Tell me my mother is still alive. Please, don't do this to me. The doctor lowered his head. I'm sorry, Adaobi. We did everything we could. At that moment, Adaobi felt as if the entire world had stopped. Her knees became weak. She collapsed onto the cold hospital floor. My mother can't leave me. She's all I have. I promised her. I promised I would save her. She cried so loudly that everyone in the hospital corridor stopped to look. Even the nurses standing nearby struggled to hold back their tears. Then, a calm voice called her name. Adaobi. She slowly raised her head. Standing a few feet away was Chinedu Ezeani, the billionaire everyone feared. But today, there was no pride in his eyes, only compassion. He walked toward her quietly. I'm sorry. Adaobi looked at him through her tears. My mother is gone. I couldn't save her. I failed the only person who ever believed in me. Chinedu didn't know what to say. For the first time in years, money had become completely useless. He could build companies. He could buy luxury cars. He could own skyscrapers. But he couldn't buy one more day for the woman Adaobi loved most. Without saying another word, he removed his expensive suit jacket, then gently placed it over Adaobi's shoulders. Not because she was cold, but because broken people sometimes need silent comfort more than words. Hours later, the hospital released Mama Ngozi's body. Adaobi stood outside the mortuary, unable to move, unable to speak. She stared at the ambulance parked outside. Mama, I brought the money. I really tried. I thought we still had time, but time refused to wait for us. Behind her, Chinedu quietly listened. His chest became heavy, because years ago, he had stood in almost the same position, watching his own mother's body being taken away. He understood grief, more than anyone realized. The following morning, reality struck Adaobi again. The funeral homes demanded payment. The cemetery demanded payment. The mortuary demanded payment. It seemed even death had become expensive. She walked from one funeral office to another, holding quotations she couldn't afford. 1 million naira, 900,000, 1.2 million. Each paper felt heavier than the last. By sunset, she sat alone outside the cemetery, completely exhausted. She whispered to herself, so even after death, the poor must still beg. Meanwhile, inside his office at Florish Limited, Chinedu stared blankly through the glass wall. His assistant entered. Sir, the investors have arrived. Chinedu didn't move. Reschedule. Sir, they've flown in from Abuja. I said, reschedule. The assistant nodded immediately. Yes, sir. The office became quiet again. Chinedu reached for his phone. Get me everything about Adaobi Nwosu. I want to know everything. Where she studied, how she has survived, and why someone like her is cleaning floors instead of sitting behind an office desk. His investigation had begun. Later that evening, Adaobi returned to the tiny room she once called home. The silence frightened her. No one greeted her. No one asked if she had eaten. No familiar voice called her, my daughter. She sat beside her mother's empty bed. Then, something caught her attention. A small Bible. She slowly opened it. Inside was a folded letter, written in her mother's handwriting. Her hands trembled as she unfolded it. My precious Adaobi, if you're reading this, it means God has finally called me home. My daughter, please don't spend your life crying over me. I have fought my race. It is now your turn to live yours. You have always been a good daughter. You chose honesty when others chose shortcuts. You chose kindness when life was cruel. Promise me one thing. Never allow poverty to steal your good heart. And never forget, God's greatest miracles often arrive looking like ordinary people. Adaobi hugged the letter tightly. She cried until there were no tears left. The next morning, her phone rang. Unknown number. She answered softly. Hello? Good morning. My name is Barrister Chinedu Ezeani. I'm calling on behalf of Mr. Chinedu Ezeani. Adaobi frowned. Mr. Ezeani? Yes. He has settled every outstanding hospital bill. Adaobi became speechless. The lawyer continued. He has also paid every burial expense and purchased a family burial plot for your mother. Tears rolled down Adaobi's cheeks. But why would he do that? The lawyer smiled. His exact words were, "No daughter should suffer while trying to bury the woman who gave her life." The call ended. Adaobi looked toward the sky. For the first time since losing her mother, she smiled through her tears. 3 days later, Mama Ngozi was finally laid to rest. The burial was simple, beautiful, respectful. Church members attended. Neighbors came. Colleagues from Florish Limited stood quietly behind her. But one person remained unseen, far away, under the shade of a large tree. A black Range Rover was parked. Inside sat Chinedu Ezeani. He never stepped out. He didn't want recognition. He simply wanted to make sure Adaobi wasn't alone. As the funeral ended, he quietly told his driver, "Let's go." Back at Florish Limited, life continued. Adaobi returned to work. Although the smile on her face had disappeared, she still greeted everyone politely. She still worked with excellence. She still believed better days would come. Then, the human resources manager approached. "Miss Adaobi, the CEO would like to see you." The entire office became silent. Everyone turned to look at her. The CEO calling a cleaner? That had never happened before. Adaobi slowly walked toward the executive floor. Her heart raced with every step. Had she made a mistake? Was she about to lose her job? She stopped outside the luxurious office, knocked gently. "Come in." She entered. Chinedu stood beside the window, looking over the Lagos skyline. He turned toward her. "How are you?" Adaobi forced a smile. "I'm trying, sir." He nodded, then walked to his desk, picked up a brown envelope, and handed it to her. She looked confused. "What is this?" "It's an opportunity." Adaobi slowly opened the envelope. Her eyes widened. It was an official appointment letter. She read the position twice, executive administrative trainee. She looked back at him. "There has to be a mistake." "There isn't, but I'm just a cleaner." "No, you're a graduate. You've simply been surviving. I believe it's time you started living." Adaobi couldn't hold back her tears. Nobody had ever believed in her this much. Nobody, except her mother. She looked at Chinedu. "Thank you. I won't disappoint you." Little did she know, someone had been watching the entire conversation through the glass office door. An elegant woman wearing an expensive designer dress folded her arms. Her eyes burned with jealousy. She smiled coldly. "So, you're the reason he's changed. I'll make sure you regret ever meeting him." If you think Adaobi deserves this new beginning, type "she deserves better" in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel because episode 4 will reveal the mysterious woman who just declared war on Adaobi, and her connection to Chinedu Ezeani will leave you speechless. See you in the next episode. Before we continue further, let's talk. Do you think Chinedu is helping Adaobi because he feels sorry for her? Or is he already falling in love with her? And who do you think is the mysterious woman watching them? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. If you're enjoying this story, please take 1 second to like this video, share it with your friends and family so they can enjoy this emotional Nollywood series too. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell. That way you'll never miss the next episode. Now, Let's continue the story. You'll regret ever meeting Chinedu Ezeani. Those were the last words the mysterious woman whispered before walking away. Adaobi remained frozen. She had never seen the woman before. Yet, the hatred in her eyes was impossible to ignore. Who was she? And why did she hate her so much? Little did Adaobi know. She had just met the woman who had spent the last 3 years believing she was the future Mrs. Chinedu Ezeani. Her name was Chioma Namdi. Beautiful, elegant, intelligent, and dangerously possessive. She wasn't Chinedu's wife. She wasn't even his fiancée. But in her mind, the billionaire already belonged to her. For years, she had waited patiently, attending every family function, helping his grandfather, standing beside him during business events. Everyone believed it was only a matter of time before Chinedu proposed. Everyone, except Chinedu. Love had never been part of his plans, until Adaobi appeared, and Chioma noticed the change immediately. The way he looked at Adaobi, the way he defended her, the way he promoted her. None of it escaped her eyes. Inside her expensive black SUV, she made a phone call. Ujunwa, I have a job for you, a soft voice answered. I'm listening. I want every detail about the new administrative trainee, where she lives, who her friends are, everything. And make sure life becomes very uncomfortable for her. The call ended. The war had begun. The following morning, Adaobi arrived at Florish Limited earlier than usual. She couldn't stop smiling. For the first time in years, she wasn't wearing a housekeeping uniform. Instead, she wore a simple navy blue office suit. Nothing expensive, nothing flashy, but to her, it felt like she had been given a second chance at life. As she entered the administrative department, every conversation suddenly stopped. Employees looked at her. Some smiled politely. Others whispered among themselves. One woman laughed quietly. So it's true. The cleaner has become an office staff? Another replied, I wonder who she impressed. Adaobi heard every word, but she kept walking. Her mother's letter echoed in her mind. Never allow poverty to steal your good heart. She smiled, then continued walking. A cheerful young man suddenly approached her. Excuse me, you must be Adaobi. She nodded. Yes. He stretched out his hand. I'm Emeka Obiora. We attended the same university. Adaobi looked closely, then smiled. Emeka? I can't believe it's really you. They laughed together. For the first time that morning, she felt welcomed. I'll show you around. You'll get lost in this building. Thank you. As they walked through the office, someone watched them from upstairs. Chinedu. A small smile appeared on his face. His personal assistant noticed. Sir, you seem happier these days. Chinedu immediately looked away. Focus on your work. Yes, sir. Meanwhile, inside another office, Chioma folded her arms. So, she's already making friends. This should be interesting. By lunchtime, Adaobi was beginning to settle into her new role. Then, a voice interrupted her. You! She turned around. A woman in an expensive red designer dress stood before her. Perfect makeup, expensive perfume, cold eyes. I'm Chioma Namdi. I've heard a lot about you. Adaobi smiled politely. It's nice to meet you. Chioma laughed. No, it isn't. The smile disappeared from Adaobi's face. Chioma stepped closer. You should know your place. What do you mean? You were cleaning floors last week. Don't start dreaming because someone gave you an office chair. Adaobi remained calm. I worked honestly for this opportunity. Chioma smiled. That's what we'll see. She walked away, leaving Adaobi confused. That afternoon, the company held a strategy meeting. It was Adaobi's first. She carefully prepared all the documents. As she entered the conference room, the files suddenly slipped from her hands, important papers scattered everywhere. Several executives laughed. Someone whispered, "See? She's still a cleaner." Adaobi bent down quickly to gather everything. Then, another pair of hands appeared beside hers. She looked up. It was Chinedu, the CEO himself, helping her pick up papers. The room became completely silent. Every executive stared in disbelief. Chinedu stood up, then looked around the room. "I hope everyone here understands something." Silence. He continued. "The value of a person is not determined by where they started. It's determined by who they become." Nobody spoke. Nobody even breathed. He handed the last file back to Adaobi. "Well done," she nodded quietly. "Thank you, sir." As Chinedu walked away, Chioma's face burned with anger. She could no longer hide her jealousy. That evening, she entered Ujunwa's office. "I've changed my mind. I don't want to make Adaobi uncomfortable anymore." Ujunwa looked surprised. "What do you want then?" Chioma smiled. "I want her gone. Completely gone." The next morning, Adaobi arrived at work as usual. She greeted everyone warmly. Then she noticed something strange. People were staring at her, whispering, looking away whenever she turned. She frowned. "What is happening?" Emeka rushed toward her. "Adaobi!" "Don't panic. But there's a rumor spreading through the company." "What rumor?" He hesitated. "They're saying, you only got promoted because you're secretly involved with the CEO." Adaobi felt as though someone had slapped her. "No, that's a lie. I know. But someone is determined to destroy your reputation." Before she could respond, the receptionist rushed into the office. "Miss Adaobi, the CEO wants to see you." Again? Her heartbeat quickened. She slowly walked toward the executive floor, completely unaware that someone had just hidden a tiny recording device inside Chinedu's office. Someone wanted to hear every word they said. Someone wanted to destroy both of them. A single rumor can destroy a reputation. Do you think Adaobi will survive what's coming next? Or will Chioma succeed in pushing her out of Florish Limited forever? Tell us what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel because the next episode is where everything changes. The truth is about to come out. And when it does, no one will ever be the same again. To be continued.
The night is cold.